Hello, everybody. Craig Peterson here. Welcome back. If you have any questions, by the way, on some of these things, you can always email me at craigpeterson.com. I do try and get back to you. And I have talked with some of these people who were into cryptocurrencies. I mean, big time. Teaching courses on them, trying to get all of their friends involved. They even had some of their own coin launches. And I've talked to them and told them about, here's the problems I see with this. It all has to do with trust. Who's going to buy it? Who can you trust with it? And, frankly, I don't think many of them actually believed me, which is in my mind anyway, is a bit of a problem, because they should believe me. This is a real problem. Anyhow, I'm not going to get into that anymore right now. Let's get into iOS. iOS, of course, is Apple's operating system. It runs on, in fact, this phone sitting right here that's getting charged. It is on iPads. It's everywhere. Apple has one of the most popular devices out there, and their operating system is part of the reason for that. It has been known to be very safe and very secure. Well, I don't know how long, maybe 5 years ago, I think it was, I decided I would try and jailbreak, or root is another term people use, jailbreak my iPhone, because I wanted to see what it was like. And it was really cool, because I'm a Unix guy. I've been a Unix guy since like 1981, really, 82. And I love the shell. I'm used to it. And it was really cool to be there on my iPhone and drop into a shell, see what was running, see what was going on. Since that time, Apple has really closed the door on so many of these jailbreaks. And they've made it so that it's almost impossible nowadays to jailbreak the devices. Now, there is a jailbreak that's out right now that affects almost every iPhone ever made. But you can only use it in certain conditions. Some security researchers are starting to use it. But people have heard about it. So what are they doing? They're going online and they're doing searches for iOS jailbreak. And they are finding jailbreak sites. And they're getting excited. Oh, isn't that exciting? I am going to be able to jailbreak my phone. Right? I said in a very staccato voice. Well, what's really happening is they're going to a site, and what's happening on that site? Click fraud, because they don't have real jailbreak stuff. This is an article from ThreatPost that you'll find up on my site at craigpeterson.com. But these fake websites are centering around a vulnerability called CheckM8, which affects hundreds of millions of iPhones and gives the attackers potentially system-level access to the handsets via an unblockable hack. It's kind of complicated, and it's not something most of us have to worry about. But man, you've got to be very careful. The fake website for the jailbreak is called checkrain.com. It was registered within 24 hours of the jailbreak's official website, which is checkrain.com. But unlike the real website, this doesn't download the jailbreak. Instead, gets people involved in this pay-per-click online advertising fraud. Security researchers Talos, those are the guys that I use with my company. They are the best in the business. Talos is, and of course I'm biased, right, is associated with Cisco. In fact, Cisco bought the whole Talos operation. But they're saying this new malicious actor, Talos discovered, claims to provide the CheckRain jailbreak. The site even claims to be working with popular jailbreaking researchers such as Coolstar, Google Project Zero's Ian Beer. The page attempts to look legitimate, prompting users to seemingly download an application to jailbreak their phone. However, there's no application. This is an attempt to install a malicious profile on the end user device. Now, profiles in iOS are used to authorize things like VPNs, to authorize the control, basically, remote control of an iOS device. That's what these things are really used for. So always be careful. if your phone or your iOS tablet, your iPad comes up and says, hey, I want to install this profile, make sure it's legit. Make sure you really are trying to install a profile. Usually profiles are used by businesses in order to control devices that they own so the data doesn't get out. The whole profile thing, mobile device management, gets a little complicated. If you want some help, let me know. I'd be glad to help you out. If not, that's fine too. You can, work it through yourself. But me at craigpeterson.com if you have any questions on it. But it is fascinating because there is a jailbreak that is available that goes for anything from the A5 through the A13 chipsets. The Czech M8, by the way, only impacts A5 to A11 chipsets. This was actually rather huge, this vulnerability that was found fairly recently. So what's my advice here on jailbreaks? Because people are constantly trying to jailbreak their iOS devices and they're jailbreaking their Android devices. What do you think my advice is? Don't do it. It's just not worth it. You don't want to install one of these fake jailbreaks on your iOS device, because what's going to end up happening is more often than not, you are going to have some malicious code installed on your machine. You're going to be a victim of some of these ad networks that are fake, that are just trying to make money for the bad guys. So be very, very careful. The same thing is true on Android. Now, there are many, many Android jailbreaks, also known as rooting the devices. And it is fun if you're a geek like me. It's fun to get in and see what they're doing and how they're doing it. And if you're a developer, it's really handy to be able to get in and get around some of the restrictions that are normally in place. And if you're a security researcher, it can be incredibly useful to get in and figure this stuff all out. But for your average user, the thing is, just don't do it, because it's going to be nothing but pain for you. Bottom line, just nothing but pain. A lot of good information in this article. They are targeting an array of victims in the U.S., UK, France, Nigeria, many other countries, including Eastern and Western Europe. And it's a very, very dangerous thing. Okay, so be careful. Don't try and jailbreak your devices, no matter how fun it may seem, and no matter how much you may want to jailbreak your device. Just don't do it, because it's going to cause you nothing but pain. So coming up next, we're going to talk a little bit about the iOS attacks that were up significantly in the first half of this year. And I also want to point out this is something I offered about 3 weeks ago, but I don't think I offered it here on Facebook or YouTube. This is my quick start guide. This is my security reboot guide for small business. This thing is phenomenal, okay? It's 30 pages long. I go through stepping stones, all kinds of stuff that you need to know, key points for the small businesses, your hardware. I've got stepping stones for you to walk through, path to success, what you need to do, okay? This is absolutely phenomenal. You want a copy, believe me. And this is something I have only ever sold before. I've never given it away, but I'll give it to you right now. If you go to craigpeterson.com/quickstart, craigpeterson.com/quickstart, and you'll sign up there, and I will send it to you right away. You are going to appreciate this. Even if you've started trying to do cybersecurity for your small, medium enterprise, this is going to help take you to the next level that you need. So stick around. We're going to do a little bit of a show wrap-up, talk about some of the important things that we discussed today in case you missed it, and make sure you sign up for my Quick Start Guide, craigpeterson.com/quickstart. Of course, you're listening to me on WGAN, online, all over the place, but you'll find it all at craigpeterson.com. And make sure you stick around, because we will be right back.